Intellectual property as a broad subject is really important for all businesses, and there's lots of different forms of intellectual property. You've got copyright, trademarks, patents, registered designs, and people often get confused between them and use the terms interchangeably. A trademark protects a brand. Effectively, it's saying to the world, this is mine. Think of it as like a badge of origin, that when you see the logo, the name, the slogan, you know that it's coming from you as your business. When you start off, you're going to be developing your brand. You might try a few different names and logos, see what resonates. But when you've got it, then this can become one of the most valuable assets in your whole business, because this is what you're known for. You can replace equipment, you can change other things in your business, but your brand is your identity. So you need to protect that with everything you've got. Now, it's not compulsory to register it as a trademark. That's entirely your choice. But if a trademark is registerable, then I highly recommend you do it, because that cements it as yours and gives you a lot more scope to protect it if somebody tries to copy it. Now, I say if it's registerable because not everything is registerable. First of all, it must be distinctive. It can't be descriptive of what you do. It mustn't be the same or confusingly similar to somebody else's trademark which is already out there. And there's other restrictions. For example, you mustn't incorporate, say, a national flag. It mustn't be misleading. You can't have organic as part of your brand if the food you sell isn't organic. So there are rules you have to follow, but if you can get around that, then yes, register a trademark. It's nice and simple. There's only one form which you have to fill in and file with the Intellectual Property Office. The key to getting as much protection as you can is the classes of goods and services which you register for. So you need to think very carefully about what products and services I'm selling now and what perhaps I'm going to be selling over the next 5 years, so that you register where you can, you get as broad a protection as you can, but don't go too broad that you're not going to register for things which you will never use that trademark for, because if you're not using it, then it's open for attack by other people and say, okay, well, you've protected for this, but you're not using it, that's stopping me trading it. A couple of disadvantages of trademarks: they're territorial, so they will only be registered in the areas where you trade. If you're trading solely in the UK, you register solely in the UK, that's no problem at all. If you're exporting throughout Europe, through the rest of the world, then you need to start registering in different territories to get protection there, and that's where the costs can increase. If you don't choose to register a trademark, no problem at all. You will get a certain amount of protection the more you get well known for your products and services. So the more reputation which you build up, the stronger the protection of your brand will become. But if somebody was then to copy you or use your brand without permission, you need to be able to demonstrate that you have a strong reputation and that someone's taking unfair advantage of that reputation. With a trademark, you don't have that problem. All you have to show is that they've copied your brand, and it doesn't matter if you're just starting out, you've got just as much protection as a company which has been going for 20 years. It's an interesting question for somebody perhaps working as a sole trader, a local trade which is specific just to their area. If they're using their own name, John's Plumbers, Debbie's Hairdressers, something like that, then it's probably not going to be registerable anyway, and it's probably something which I wouldn't worry about too much. However, one thing which is becoming more and more common is people trading online. So if you've got an online business, you can also be getting trade from all sorts of places. If somebody was using your name to generate sort of more traffic for their website by using your name in sort of the keywords for the search terms for the Google advertising, those sorts of things, if that's a particular risk for your business, then I probably would think about registering a trademark. If you had a shop in a single area, unless you've got something really catchy and something which you really want to protect, it's probably not going to be too much of an issue. Obviously, if you were concerned that somebody was going to set up in the same town doing something very similar with a similar name, might be an issue, but how many tradesman. There's nothing specific about the trade, like me as a solicitor, that you can protect. I can't stop anyone else being a solicitor. All I can do is, if somebody wanted to set up a business with the same name as me and perhaps take trade away from me, or trade off the back of the fact that I've been running this for over 10 years and so have good, credible reputation behind me.